I had a secret, and I kept that secret for 17 years. My childhood, there were 7 of us in our family, and my mother would leave my father, and I, being the oldest of the 7, the oldest of the girls, would be the one to help my father care, for our brothers and sisters. I was married at 20, and a year after I got married, my husband was diagnosed as a manic depressive psychosis. After 9 years and 2 children and having an affair with another man, I got pregnant. So I decided to have an abortion. I was put to sleep, and when I woke up, he put me on a mattress on the floor. It was cold and dark. I remember crying my heart out. And I got pregnant 2 more times, and I had 2 more abortions. I divorced my husband and remarried a year later. Through all of this, God never left me. He says in His word, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. I remember saying to God, I thought I was saved. But I realized I truly had never repented of my sins. And I started to read the Bible. I remember a peace like I had never experienced before. I had a secret, and I kept that secret for 17 years of the 3 abortions. I carried the burden of guilt, shame, and pain. And my current husband and 3 children never knew my secret. It was in 1997 on one of my mission trips. I remember crying and weeping. I couldn't stop. But I knew in the spirit God wanted me to tell my secret. I came back that summer, and I shared with my husband and my 3 children. They forgave me, and they loved on me. To my surprise, there was more healing to come from the Lord. I thought I was healed. But it wasn't until I went through a post-abortion Bible study that I found out differently. Before I experienced God's healing, I had many symptoms and struggles that I didn't know were related to my abortions, nightmares and shame and pain and guilt. It wasn't until I went through a post-Bible study that I was able to make the connections between my symptoms and my abortions. It wasn't until then that I really truly experienced God's full healing. I live for Jesus. I serve Him. I could never repay the Lord for what He has done in my life, but I could serve Him until He calls me home. My name is Nelida, and I am changed.